Hello everyone! So let's build a Star Trek character today. As you can see here, I have two characters already on my account. This is not my main PlayStation account. I do have another one that's my main not Starfleet account, but my main PlayStation account. I just wanted to do the videos from this alternate account because I have not purchased anything for Star Trek Online with this account. And I wanted you to be able to see what you can do with playing a purely free game. Of course, you can always choose to spend actual money in the game if you choose to. Alright, so I'll show you the characters I have already created. I have Alana Kim, and it looks like she is a Klingon for the Federation. However, she really is the alien species that you can choose to be in the Starfleet faction or Federation faction. It's just they call it Starfleet, but basically it's Federation. And I chose the alien so I could choose the different ones inside the tailor and make her a Klingon. And I can show you that sometime as well. As you can see here, her symbol, her Star Trek insignia, is blue. That is because she is a science class character. There are three different classes of characters that you can play. There's science, engineer, and tactical. And in that parentheses, you'll see a 14. That is her level. You get up as high as 65 in the game. And of course, you can keep playing once you get to 65. That's really where the game, I think, begins, is up there, where you can do all the different things in the game. Alright, so let's look at my other character. It is Da'an. Now, Da'an is a Jem'Hadar. He is from the Dominion faction. Inside the Dominion faction, you can only be Jem'Hadar. There are no other species that you can play. Now, there could be some that you could purchase. I haven't found that yet from my other PlayStation account. You can see there he has a yellow background inside the square there. That is because he is an engineer class. He also is a level 62 because with Jem'Hadar you start at level 62, or at least when I created my Jem'Hadar character he was level 62. It's been a while since I've created one, so I will have to find that out sometime, and we'll make sure. And if you see on the other side of 62, he has a little special symbol where Alana Kim does not. This is because I created him during a special character creation time called the Gamma Recruit. That is why he has that little symbol there. He is a Gamma Recruit character. There are different special character creation times like Gamma Recruit or Delta Recruit or other ones. And as you play those different, or as you make characters during that special characterization time and you go and play them later, you earn extra bonus rewards for the game as well. But they're only out during certain times when you can create them with that special bonus. Alright. So, Klingon Defense Force, the Discovery Starfleet. We have the Dominion faction. We have the TOS Starfleet. TOS stands for the original series. Romulan Republic. And Starfleet. Of course, the three different Starfleet is basically, if I had to say Federation, that's also what I'm meaning as well. If you choose to play Romulan Republic or the Dominion characters, they can align with either Starfleet or Federation, because it's basically one and the same. They can either choose to join with the Federation side or the Klingon Defense Force side. The Klingon Defense Force is basically the enemies with inside the Federation side. There are of course other ones that we fight when you play, but that is pretty much how the game has been designed. And as you look over here, we're now on the Klingon Defense Force. On the left side are the different species for that faction. In the middle is your character preview. Of course, once you choose it, you can edit it more. That's not what you have to be. And then on the right hand side is a little summary about each species as well, in case you're not familiar with them. Now this inside here, you can be two different Klingons, because there is the Klingon from the Next Generation, TNG, and the Klingons from Discovery look different, so if you really like them, you can also be a Klingon from Discovery. Discovery is Star Trek Discovery, the new one that's on CBS. The CBS app, or I guess it's Paramount Plus now. Then you have your Gorn. And if you have watched the original series, you have seen a Gorn. It is who William Shatner, aka James T. Kirk, fought on an episode of the original series. Boy, I got tongue-tied there. Leithian. They are a telepathic species. Then you have your Nausicaans. They are from Next Generation, Enterprise, mostly. You have your Orion species, and as you can see here, there's Orion female. If you watch the original series or Enterprise, you will remember the Orion slave girls. This is basically an Orion girl, and most of them are sold into slavery, hence Orion slave girls. And then you have your alien species as well for the Klingon side. I have not created an alien for the KDF side, or Klingon Defense Force, so I don't know if it's as versatile as the Federation side, which I would think it would be, because you can see here she has the antennae of an Andorian on her forehead. So, and if you notice there, her antennae are moving. Alright, let's change the gender so you can go back through and see the males for each one. Again, you can always customize this more. This just gives you a basic look to see, hey, what one do I want to be if I'm gonna play? And as you look here, Nausicaan, Leithian, and Gorn, you can only be male. There are no female choices. Alright. A male for the Klingon Discovery, and a male for Klingon TNG. So let's go check out the other species. I'm going to skip the Discovery, Starfleet for now, and TOS, because I want to show you those. Because we'll do all the Starfleet ones together. Alright. This one will be pretty quick, because with Dominion, as I said earlier, you can only be Jem'Hadar. And Jem'Hadar is only male. Alright, so let's see here. Romulan Republic is what I'm going down to. So in the Romulan species, or excuse me, the Romulan faction, you could be Romulan, male or female. And for the alien, you can either be an alien one or a alien male. Alien female, alien male. Again, I would think this probably would be pretty versatile like the other alien species for the other factions. I will say that if you chose to spend money on the game, you could unlock a playable Reman character for the Romulan Republic, as well as a liberated Borg Romulan. Now that liberated Borg Romulan playing character is basically a liberated Borg, and it would unlock a Borg version for the three main factions. For the Romulan Republic, it would be a Romulan. For the KDF, it would be a liberated Borg Klingon. And for the Starfleet faction, it would be a liberated Borg human. Alright, let's go back and check out the originals. And speaking of the original, let's check out TOS Starfleet, the original series. Alright, there are 4 playable species in this one. There is 23rd century human. As you notice, they're all 23rd century, because that is where the original series is set, 23rd century. '23rd century Andorian. '23rd century Tellarite. And 23rd century Vulcan. And I will hit the square so you can see the female versions. Vulcan, Tellarite, Andorian. And if you notice here on the original series Andorians, their antennae do not move. Well, that is because in the original series show, their antennae did not move. Later on, they started moving. So, 23rd century human. Alright. I know I'm going pretty fast. You can't really read the stuff on the side, on the right hand side, but you can always pause the videos and read it. Or read it when you play the game, if you choose to. Alright, Discovery Starfleet. I just want to keep calling it Starfleet. Well, it all is Starfleet. Okay, so Discovery Starfleet character, you can be a human, a Vulcan, or an alien, male or female. I can go through them all if you want, but it's pretty much self-explanatory, I think. Alright, so let's go down to Starfleet, where there is a whole lot of different ones you could choose from. As you can tell, Starfleet is favored in Star Trek Online, which makes sense. Alright, we have the humans, Andorians, and if you notice, her antennae are moving, and you can choose different type of antennae as well when you're in their character building. You have a Bajoran, try not to go too fast. You can actually see the character at least load in a bit. Benzite, Betazoids, Bolians, Ferengi, and as you can see here, yep, you can be a female Ferengi in Starfleet. And if you watch the show, you know how they are with their females. And if you haven't watched the show, basically on Ferenginar, the women are to stay home and not be clothed. But that's just the different ways of the different cultures. I love the diversity of Star Trek. It kind of points out different things that we should work on as a human race in real life. Pakleds. Regilians. Saurians. Tellarite. Trill. Now this Trill is basically a general Trill without a symbiont, because there is a purchasable joined Trill, which the joined Trill, if you've watched the show, are the ones with the symbionts inside. Not every Trill gets to be a host to a symbiont, and that's what a joined Trill is, one that has a symbiont inside. This Trill is presumed to not have a Trill inside, but if you want to use your imagination and say it does, go for it. But I just wanted to let you know there is a purchasable playing version of an actual joined Trill. You get a couple extra bonuses in the game for purchasing that one, but you don't have to. You can just play this Trill as you want. Vulcan, and of course Alien. And as I go through the male sides of each one, I will also explain a few other playable characters for the Starfleet side. You have a Cation, which is a cat character basically. If you've ever played Elder Scrolls Online, they're like Khajiits. And the Cations, I know for a fact, can jump pretty good, just like a Cation could if you've played on Elder Scrolls Online. There is a cat version for the Klingon Defense Force, which is a Phercetian that you can purchase as well. And another for sure playable one for Starfleet is the Talaxians. If you have watched Star Trek Voyager, you have seen Neelix. He is a Talaxian. And the Talaxians can unlock for the Starfleet as well as the KDF side, the Klingon Defense Force. I'm trying to think if there's any other playable species you can purchase. There are the Cardassians, not to be mistaken with the famous sisters, but the species from Star Trek. Mostly, you've seen them on Next Generation, but you've seen them a lot, and they were developed more character-wise on Deep Space Nine, the Cardassians, and even some on Voyager. You can play them. I haven't purchased that one yet, so I don't know exactly which factions will get the Cardassians. So I'm not 100% sure on that. But once I find that out, I can let you know. I'm trying to think here. I think that's pretty much all of the different characters. Of course, the ones you've seen here, none of them have been purchased. This is all what you would receive once you download the game. And it is a free game to download inside PlayStation account. I do play on the PlayStation, so my buttons will be for that. It is also on console-wise on the Xbox, so I'm sure you could probably go in there and find that on the Xbox, and also as well as on the computer. You will find out as you play on consoles, the game is definitely more favored toward the ones who play on PC, which is totally fine. But, you know, it is cool. Playing the game, working together, that's what I like about it. There are some people in this game who don't like to play and work together. That's alright too. This is a bit of life. In real life, that's just the way it is. Not a lot of people want to work together. Alright, so those are your different factions. As you can see, there are 6 different ones, and that pretty much gives you your options of what characters you can build. In our next video, we will create a character. Alright, if you have any questions or any comments, let me know below. See you in the next video.